Hi everyone, welcome to Crypto Market, the educational channel about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Several users have asked me how they can store XDC coin in Trezor wallets. So in this video, we're going to go through the process step by step. And we're also going to look at some very important information about addresses. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. The first thing you should know is that right now XDC can't be stored directly using Trezor Suite. You'll need to use wallets like MetaMask to connect them and store your XDC. Remember, XDC is a cryptocurrency, which means it has its own network. And its code has an Ethereum virtual machine, making it compatible with the Ethereum network. This is super important because it's what allows us to store the coin using Ethereum addresses while still moving it through its own network. In this specific case, we've got the MetaMask wallet, which lets you store XDC using its own network. And we've got the Trezor wallet, which doesn't let you store XDC on its native network, but it does support the Ethereum network. So in this case, the two wallets complement each other. MetaMask lets us use the XDC network, and Trezor gives us the security to store the coin in a 100% safe environment using an Ethereum address. In other words, MetaMask works like a bridge between our Trezor wallet and the XDC coin. Let's walk through the process step by step so everything's crystal clear. The first thing you need to do is add the XDC network to your MetaMask wallet. So go to this icon in the top right. Select Networks. And here's a list of the most used networks. Since the XDC network doesn't appear on this list, we'll add it manually. Scroll down to the bottom and select the Add a Custom Network button. Let's start with the RPC. Select Add RPC URL. You can find this information in the Developers section. In the video description, I'll include the link to the project's official website so you can go directly to the page and copy it from there. Here you can see the data for the testnet and mainnet. The testnet is the test network, and as its name suggests, this is the network where developers run different types of tests to verify that their applications are working properly. When the applications are ready, they move them to the mainnet, which is the main network we all use. So we're going to use the data that appears here in this section of the main network. This is the network we're interested in. Here it says RPC URL. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it here, and now I'm going to select Add URL. Now we enter the chain ID. Here we see that it is number 50. Now the currency symbol, which is XDC. And now we're going to add the block explorer URL. Here we copy it. We paste it. And finally, we enter a name for the network. Here they suggest using the name XDC network. We select it, and that's it. Now save, and the message XDC network was successfully added appears. And that's it. We have now configured the XDC network to deposit and send our funds. So if I deposit XDC right now using this address that starts at 0x00460 and ends at 9292A, the XDC will remain in my MetaMask wallet. And what we need is for the XDC to remain in our Trezor wallet. So here comes the next step, which is to link our Trezor wallet with the MetaMask wallet. When I link the two wallets, you will see that the address shown above will change. Before continuing, remember that if you don't have this wallet yet, in the video description I leave you the link so you can go directly to the official Trezor website and make the purchase with complete security. Here in the account section, you're going to select this arrow and add a new account using your hardware wallet. Select this option. And now, select the Trezor wallet icon. And now you must export the public key. As its name indicates, since it is public, anyone can see it, and the fact that you export it does not endanger your funds. What absolutely no one can see is your private key. Here we are basically allowing MetaMask to read the Ethereum address from our Trezor wallet. Don't touch this part. You'll just select the first Ethereum account that appears. In my case, this is the Ethereum address of my Trezor wallet. To verify, I go to the Trezor suite and select Receive and Show Full Address. And here it appears. Look, it starts at 0x82 and ends at 5f96. Please double check that it's the same address as your Trezor wallet before continuing with the process. Now select Unlock, and that's it. Look, the account has already changed to Trezor, and the address has also changed. So now all the XDC that I send to this address will be linked to the Ethereum address of the Trezor wallet. Now, the next step is to go to the exchange to send some XDC to the wallet. At the time of making this video, XDC coin is available on these exchanges. As always, I'm going to send them from MEXC Global. You know I use this exchange a lot, and I like to promote it because it has super low commissions, and both in spot and derivatives, it's the exchange that handles the largest number of markets. In the video description, I'll leave the link for those who want to register and trade on this great exchange. Here I'm going to copy the address. And now, I'm going to the exchange, and I'm going to select the currency, XDC. And here I'm going to paste the address. Friends, here we enter a very important part. Addresses on the XDC network can be used by adding two prefixes. They can have the prefix 0x, or they can have the prefix XDC. They basically mean the same thing, depending on the wallet we're using. For example, the MetaMask wallet uses the 0x prefix for addresses, and most exchanges use the XDC prefix. So look, if I paste here in MEXC Global the address that starts with 0x, it shows me an error. What you need to do is remove the 0x prefix and write XDC, and that's it. Look, it no longer generates an error and allows me to continue with the process. Here, I'm going to enter the amount I'm going to send. I'm going to select all the XDCs. The commission is 5 XDC. And here it says I'm going to receive 64.8197375 XDC. I'm going to pass the security filter. And now I go to the MetaMask wallet and see that the XDCs already appear here. Remind you, these XDCs are linked to the Trezor wallet. If I go to the account section and switch to the MetaMask account, the balance is 0. Now, let's look at the process for sending XDC to the exchange. In MEXC Global, you go to the deposit section and choose the currency. Verify that you're using the XDC network, and copy the address. Now in the MetaMask wallet, select Send. Make sure you're in your Trezor account, and here you paste the address. Since MetaMask uses the 0x prefix, then I'm going to delete the letters XDC, and in this case, I didn't even have to type the 0x prefix, because the wallet placed it automatically. You enter the amount you're going to send. I'll select the maximum amount. And now I'll go to the Trezor device to verify the information and confirm the transaction. The address appears here. Verify that it's the same as the one shown in the exchange. In my case, it starts at 0x2ff and ends at 44ef2. Indeed, that's the address of MEXC Global. So, we continue. Now the amount appears, 64.8194485 XDC, and the fee, which is 0.000288875 XDC. I'm going to confirm by pressing both buttons at the same time. And that's it. The sending confirmation message appears in MetaMask. I go to the exchange and the message, "Deposit successful," appears. Here we can see the amount, 64.81944,875 XDC. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed this information on how to store XDC coin using the Trezor wallet with MetaMask. I can advise you to make a transaction with a small amount so that you become familiar with the prefixes in the XDC addresses. And don't forget to give me a like if you learned something new in this video. Subscribe to the channel to enjoy more crypto content. And leave your questions and opinions in the comments section. See you in the next video.